Hi, my name is Mark, one of the pastors here at Trillium. I was watching a video on the Big Bang Theory, and I'm not talking about the comedy show with Sheldon and such. I'm talking about the Big Bang Theory, the origins of the universe. And one of the interesting comments one of the physicists mentioned was that we shouldn't be here. See, because that initial inflation of the universe, the expansion, was extremely precise. So precise that it was 10 to the power 100 over 120. So 10 to 120, that means 0.000, 120 zeros behind it. See, if there'd been too much energy or the energy had been concentrated in the wrong way, the universe would have expanded out too quickly, nothing would have taken shape. But if on the other hand, the energy had been too little or too much or concentrated in such a way, the universe might have collapsed on itself. And so the precision that's needed to get the universe to expand in a gradual, consistent way is 10 to the power 120. And that's a staggering number. There's no human process that could get us to that degree of exactitude. There's no natural process that makes sense that could get us to 10 to over the power of 120. And yet it did happen, right? And that's the key. I mean, it's true for the origins of life. To get 150 amino acids to line up together to form a functional protein is actually 10 to the power of 164. It's even bigger than the expansion of the universe. And what it means is that there was at the origins of the universe, or the origins of life, a near miracle. Something so unlikely to happen that it almost begs an inference to something greater than the universe or life. Of course, these numbers don't prove the existence of God. They could never do that, but they certainly bring us up to the gates of faith. You know, Fred Hoyle, the 20th century astrophysicist, astronomer, was the one who coined the phrase the Big Bang to describe the origins of the universe. In fact, he didn't even buy the theory. He believed in the steady state theory. And he, on a radio program in the late 1940s, he coined it the Big Bang as a joke, but it held, interestingly enough, and that's what it's come down to us today. He said in a famous quote, he said, "A common sense interpretation of the facts suggests that a super intellect has monkeyed with physics, as well as with chemistry and biology, and that there are no blind forces worth speaking about in nature. The numbers one calculates from the facts seems to me so overwhelming as to put this conclusion almost beyond question." Now, Fred Hoyle was an atheist. He wasn't a believer in any sense at all. And I don't think he ever came to a sense of belief, but he was confounded by this strange organization of the universe. Things existed that really shouldn't exist. We're here as human beings on this little planet, blue planet called Earth, in one remote part of the universe. We shouldn't really even be here, and yet we are. You know, we celebrated Easter last Sunday at Trillium, and the gospel story says there's Jesus standing over there. And that seems like a pretty long shot possibility to me. I mean, our experiences today and ancient people's experiences and everything in between confirms to us that once you're dead, you're dead. And the chances of someone coming back to life seems pretty remote. I don't know what exponential power you would make it to. Maybe 10 over 100, 10 over 120, maybe 10 over 164. I have no idea. In fact, there's probably no scientific way to calculate the odds of this. But yet, nonetheless, the story says there he is standing there, talking to the disciples, eating with them, communicating with them. What do we make of this? If you rewind the gospel message all the way back, we get right to that moment when that explosion of resurrection took place. We can't get inside the tomb any more than we can get back before the Big Bang, yet nonetheless, something explodes outward, and it still ripples out to us today. We can get back to the moment the women look into the tomb and see it empty. We can come right up to the gate of faith, but we can't go in simply by fact. It will only be faith that takes us through the door into the heart of the mystery of life.